You're listening to an InfoBlitz LLC podcast network production.
Hello, everybody. My name is John Haynes, and I am the creator of InfoBlitz. The podcast you're about to listen to is the weekly wrap-up with John and Yancy. This is a very emotional topic. It was the affirmative action being struck down by the Supreme Court. So just know this going in, that there will be some profane language because it was very emotional. This is a show that is not scripted. And so if you're around people who may be offended by that, you might want to turn the volume down or use headphones. We thank you very much for your support and have a wonderful day. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Weekly Wrap Up with John and Yancy. My name is John Haynes, and I'm here with my co-host, Yancy Seals.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? My name is Clarence Thomas, and I am not black. I may look black. Hey, John, how you doing, man?
Man, I've been better. I'm just going to be real open with you. I've been extremely better. As far as me personally, I'm fine. But when I'm listening, looking at what's happening in the United States and especially in the Supreme Court, I am not well at all.
What's the problem, John? I don't understand. They're creating equality for all, John. What's the problem?
Yeah, no. What they have done is turn that on its ear. They're using all of the laws and all the different rules that we had for people to make things a level playing field. They are now using it against us, and they've done it masterfully to make the United States go backwards, and we are headed backwards. We're totally headed backwards. The rest of the world's laughing at us. I've been listening to other different countries, and this shit is crazy, man. So let's get started about affirmative action. Okay, let's get started about affirmative action. Yesterday, if you have not heard, the Supreme Court struck down affirmative action. Yep, get it out of here. As far as what they said, as far as entering people into college, but we all know that is everywhere. That is one of the things that they use it as a precedent, and it's going to be in the boardroom as well as everywhere else. Basically, to get into college, there used to be a program called affirmative action, which was started in 1961 by John F. Kennedy, in order to, as an attempt for a country that lied, stealed, raped, and stole in its existence, right, to make it kind of level for people that worked their asses off and gave their blood, sweat, and tears to make this country rich. And so part of that was affirmative action, so that way black people, and not just blacks, the people of color can get into college, right? And they didn't give you shit. I'm getting ready to get real mad. They didn't give you nothing. You had to have the grades. You had to have everything else that everybody else did. And the only thing they considered was a certain percentage, because you went through you had roadblocks in the way that these people did not have in order to get to where you are. And they used that and said, this person has the intestinal fortitude to lead this country. Okay, so they gave you a few percentages ahead of that to make it equal, right? Well, now that's gone. That's gone. They're saying that, oh, well, you can write it's okay if you write an essay and use race in it. Basically, that ain't gonna mean shit, man. Go ahead, say something, because I'm about to get real ignorant.
I'm gonna tell you like this. It's a sad day. I'm gonna tell you flat out. The crazy ass right wing is just went crazy. I'm gonna tell you, John, it's not just about the affirmative action.
No.
That was a hit. It's not, it took away that. Just last couple of weeks ago, they took away the abortion loans.
Yep.
Time today, they took away the right. So they said business owners are going to discriminate against whomever they want to and call it free speech. So they said that a business owner can say, no, I don't want to do business with you, because of what you do, because you stand for. That's wrong. Man, I'm gonna tell you, John, we are headed down a road, man, that is, it's a road, it's a crazy road.
It's dangerous.
I'm trying to be really, really calm here. I really am. I'm really pressing this thing. We're headed back to as a matter of fact, I posted something just a couple of days ago. Where are we headed as a country? And there was a white guy who put on there and said, we're headed back to Jim Crow.
Yeah.
He said, we're headed back to Jim Crow. If you take some damn time and get up off your goddamn ass and take a look at what's going on, you'll know that's what's going on. Look what's going on in Florida. Look what's going on in Texas. Look what's going on in Oklahoma and Alabama and Tennessee. You guys, this should be going. You can't even say the word gay in Florida. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, politics don't mean nothing to me. It don't mean nothing to me, Yancy. Why are you so upset?
I know, John, you're right. And you're right. And you know what? And you don't need to vote. Your vote don't count no way, John. Don't worry about
what the hell?
Don't you worry about it, John. You're okay. We'll take care of you, John. Yancy, don't worry about it. That vote don't count. That's a lie. Bit of hell, straight out of. I'm gonna tell you where that lie come from. That's called a jailhouse lie. Okay, that's where the lies come from. People sit around in goddamn jailhouse, figure out what the fuck, how'd I get here? Oh, I know I got here. I got here because the government fucked me. And now I'm gonna create some bullshit. That's a damn lie. Your vote do count, because if it didn't count, they would be working so goddamn hard to take it away.
To take it from you. Man, I'm glad you spoke up, because I was getting ready. I heard just how you went too. It angers me. It literally angers me. And one of the things that angers me is because, I mean, look, man, I sent a petition around to get rid of Clarence Thomas. Okay. And some people signed it, some people didn't. The thing of it is that Clarence Thomas should not be a justice. Secondly, Alito should not be a justice. Okay. The thing is that where we're headed right now, and you listen to the people, even the calm-headed people, where we're headed right now is extremely dangerous. The conservatives have been planning this for years. They've been planning it for years on college campuses. They've been planning it for years. The Democrats have been sitting back on their asses, getting swung the okie doke, swinging at the okie doke, okay? Swinging at the okie doke, thinking, oh, that's okay, don't worry about it. Calmer people know, people understand, they know. No, they don't. And I'm telling you now, the Democratic Party, people are saying they better wake up. No, they need to go away, okay? There needs to be a new party that is more aggressive, that is going to go after the things to help the American people, and not just sit back and play ball or just be along to get along. This country is being taken over by fascists, and you can look at what's going on. I can go one by one, like Yancy just did, right? This country is being taken over by fascists, and the Democratic Party is sitting back and allowing it. The president said yesterday, and I have respect for Joe. I know some people don't, but he said the other day when they asked him, "Is this court rogue?" and he said, "It's not a normal court." No, it's not a normal court. So do something about it, right? We need to have more justices on this damn court. Do something about it. Don't just sit back and go, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I know what's going on. You are the president of the United States. Get some balls and get out there and start making they swing, we swing, right? And Michelle Obama, I love you to death, but I'm telling you that when they swing low, we swing high. When they swing low, you swing high enough to come down and hammer their shit into non-existence. That's what you do.
That's exactly what you do. That's exactly how you handle this. It is time for a new referendum in the blue party. I'm sorry. It is time. It is time for us to start fighting back. It's time for us to start using the tools that are available to us and stop all this. Oh, America's better than that. Bullshit. We're not better than that. That's who we are. That's America. We ain't better than that. That's who we are. That's what we do.
That's what we do. That's what we are. Okay. That's who we are. Right. The thing, it just irritates me to no avail when I see the Democrats, they're being measured and they're being calm and no, this is not a time to be measured and calm. This is a time to show the country, yeah, we pissed and this is wrong and this is what we're going to do. Right. They're not, I don't see shit. I don't see nobody saying nothing.
Well,
I don't see them doing it.
Their position at this point is that when the Democrats go, I tell you what, we said we're gonna say they're gonna go out and march. We know where they are. They're marching over there. So we're gonna go over here and do what to do. You guys, you fall for the okie doke all the damn time. And
you know,
it's too fucking late to march. The decision already came down.
Here you go. Where they had you marching, they were making plans to take the shit over. Okay. Yeah. When you were out there marching and singing, "We shall overcome," they were planning to take this over. Okay. Now their plan has come to fruition. Have we overcome? Have we?
What happened? Because if you take a look at the writing on the walls, you coming right on back where you were. You ain't overcoming a good goddamn thing. You're coming right back where you were, and they're doing it with style. They're doing it with sneakiness. They're doing
finesse. Finesse.
They just waiting. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes.
They did it with finesse, man. You know, you got.
And we're celebrating a goddamn common criminal who wants to go to the goddamn old office again.
We have a guy who will probably, who will, in all practicality, may win the presidency. He's going to win the nomination for the Republican Party, may win the presidency, and he is a criminal. There's no doubt. And for those of you Republicans who are sitting back there going, "No, he's not," shut up. Look at the evidence. Instead of saying Donald Trump, put Joe Biden's name in there. Where you see Donald Trump, say Joe Biden, and then ask yourself, is he a criminal? The answer is yes. So you got a criminal that's right now, this guy is overjoyed. Okay, he is totally overjoyed because ain't nothing happening to him. Yeah, that's right, they indicted him, but so what? You know, yeah, the grand jury is still out and they may add more charges against him, but so what? He's still running for president. You know, I mean,
Conji Brown said it really eloquently yesterday. I don't have exactly what she said, but she said that they let them eat their cake today because they're trying to make these laws in fiat. In other words, just here it is and say that doesn't matter. It's the law, so here we are. But we live in a world where everyone sees color. We live in a world everyone knows what's going on. We don't live in a world that's not that people are not color conscious. Oh shit,
man. Okay, I happen to have it. It says with a let them eat cake with them today, right? The majority pulls the ripcord and announces color blindness for all by legal fiat. But deeming race irrelevant for all by legal fiat, but deeming race irrelevant in law does not make it so in life. Okay. But and basically
a simple decision. They say a simple decision is gonna change that. That's bullshit.
So they're telling you, and that's why I posted yesterday, hey, isn't it a great day? America's not racist anymore. You know. I mean, look, man, you have a country that but here's a question that I ask, and I'm very serious about this. Okay, we have a country whose by inception are rapists, they are murderers, there are thieves, they're liars, right? The inception of this country, when they came from Europe and they took the land from the Native Americans, they killed them, they murdered them, they raped them. Then they said, oh, well, Columbus came and he was a great guy. And then they took them and put them over on reservations and they took the land. Not only did they do that, then they went and got African people that were doing agriculture because their dumbass didn't know how to grow shit, okay? And they brought them over, they brought the Africans over here, and they said, hey, we're gonna have these people, they're gonna do all the work. We're gonna reap all the benefits. We're not gonna pay them for nothing. We're gonna reap all the benefits. We're gonna become a master power, a major power in the world, and we're not paying for it at all.
Yeah.
And then they take these people, then when they they say, hey, wait, this is not right. They start killing them, lynching them, burning. And then when the black people and the Africans or the black people make a system because they weren't accepted into this system, they made a system that's better than theirs. They burned it down. Not only they did it in Rosewood, they did it in the Black Wall Street. They did it in over in New York in cinema villages, right? You start getting something that's better than theirs, they'll burn the shit down. Right, okay. Right. Why do we expect these people to treat us fairly or to be fair? Why?
Throughout this whole process, throughout the whole process. And while John just explained, and before all that happened, they said, hey, let's write a constitution. Let's make the people that we're stealing from their country and make them build our land. Let's only make them 5/3 or 3/5 of a person. Yeah. They can't have shit. They just got to keep on working for us. Hey, they can't vote. They're not a real person. Hey, that's the whole idea. Yeah,
again, when they wrote the Constitution for their enterprise, because basically that's what this is. This is an enterprise. When they did that for their enterprise, they didn't include women. So all you women out there, okay, they think y'all coming next. Anyway, they didn't include women. Y'all not next. They already told you don't have control of your body. Okay, yeah. They didn't include women. They didn't include people of color, and the Indians, not Indians, but the Native Americans. They just didn't exist. They just took your shit, okay, and then you didn't even exist. They lied to you and made treaties with you.
Until you can't come out of there. Let's call it a country club. Oh, reservation? Okay, it's your country club, your own little country club. You stay over there.
And man, these are the people that we expect.
So fucking good.
These are people that we expect to treat us fairly, right? The system, and I've been saying it on this show for I don't know how long, the system is broken. This system tells us every day. They're showing us now. They're telling us now. The system is broken. We're changing it at will because these 3 judges were put in by Donald Trump, right? In order to make it a majority on the court, he put 3 judges. They stopped President Obama from putting a judge in office when he had the right to. And no one did anything. We didn't do anything. We just sat back and said, oh, that's not right. That's not right. Okay. Then Trump comes in and puts 3 judges in, and now they have a conservative. We're not talking about a conservative court that used to be, a conservative court, they lean, they lean conservative. We're talking about a right-wing radical Supreme Court that's siding with the radical. Two of them are bought and paid for by Republican billionaires. They can talk about George Soros. That's what they all gonna. But fuck George Soros. Look what these people bought and paid for 2 Supreme Court members. Okay, and now, go ahead, man. I'm angry.
They took Amy Coney Barrett and slammed her ass in their court for inside of 1 week. Inside of 1 week, she was being confirmed and had her hand raised.
Because we're going to play fair. Because that's not, you know what? See, these intellectuals are so cerebral. And that's one of the things I hated when I was in college. These intellectuals, they're so cerebral. Oh, well, John, everyone understands that just won't happen because people won't stand for it. Okay, it's happening now. And I really want to go back to that professor and go like, well, guess what, Gary? It's happening now. So what are we going to do? While we're sitting back drinking tea and thinking we're so cool, right? And it's not going to happen because we're so intellectual, we can make sure that it won't happen. Well, it's happening. It's happening right now. America is basically going back to the 1910s, not 20s, the 10s.
We're reverting back, and guess what? And we all just sleep at the wheel. It's reverting right on back. Everybody sleep. You're gonna wake up one damn day and you're gonna say, black people drink from that fountain. You can't eat in there. I ain't gotta serve you because you're black. I don't want to serve you.
Well, and I don't have to drink out of that fountain. I'll drink out of another fountain.
Going to the extreme, Yancy. Bullshit.
No, bullshit. You're not.
Just passed the day. It just passed the day. Hey, it's my freedom of speech. I don't want to serve you. I don't want to. It's freedom of speech. She put a message on her Facebook page saying that she refused to support or work for gay people.
And here's the thing. She wasn't even sued. She wasn't sued. The radical Supreme Court, the radical fascist Supreme Court went out of their way to choose this particular case to advance their fascist leaders. They didn't have to take this case. It wasn't a lawsuit. They went down and got this. Please understand what's happening. You know, I mean, you got to really understand what's happening. And people that are telling me that, well, I'm making money, so I'm not worried about this, you know, because I'm creating generational wealth. Okay, well, you keep creating your generational wealth until they decide to tell you that your money ain't worth shit. Then we'll see where you're gonna be. Yeah. I'm irritated. I'm beyond irritated. And I've been beyond irritated since yesterday. This doesn't make it doesn't make any sense. And if the Democratic Party doesn't come out strong, and if the Democratic Party doesn't come out swinging like they should be, right? Like they're in the 12th round of a heavyweight fight, and they didn't got the shit knocked out of them, and they got to fight back. And if they don't do that, then our country is lost. Yeah. Democracy is gone. We're going to have an autocracy, and it's gone.
You guys ain't seen nothing yet. Let DeSantis get in that damn office.
Yeah, we talk about
DeSantis getting that damn White House. You ain't seen shit yet. Nothing. You ain't seen. Trump showed you a part of his pink ass. When he get there next time, he gonna show all that pink, yellow, that pink ass. You gonna see all of it.
You know, see, here's the thing. They said that the rerun is gonna be worse than the original. Okay, and the bottom line is, like, let's look at Florida. Okay, there was a report just yesterday that Florida is basically, truckers are going to strike against Florida and not deliver produce to Florida because Ron DeSantis basically said it's okay to kill people that come across the border. And so they're gonna strike and not deliver goods to Florida. And I hope they do. I hope they do that and strangle that state to death. Mm-hmm. Okay. Don't go back when he says, okay, I have enough. Stop. Divest in Florida, period. Disneyland, get the hell out of Florida. People, stop going to Disneyland and Disney World, rather, and get the hell out. Okay. Strangle that state to death. And they got rid of Tiffany Cross because she was talking bad about Florida. And now look where we are.
Yeah, I don't know why Tiffany Cross got out. I heard stories. I don't know what's true and what's not. I'm not gonna take the time to.
Well, she said Florida looked like a dick. She was saying we don't need it. If it went away, it wouldn't be no big loss. And I agree.
They ain't no good to get rid of nobody. But I don't know what happened. I heard stories, but I didn't get that story. But still, man, we haven't seen nothing yet, man. I'm telling you, John, it's crazy, man. I feel for the young people nowadays because they have no avenues, they have no strength. They just, I feel sorry for them. I really do. I'm serious, man. I'm 65 years old. I know I only got just that much more time to go. But I'm gonna do what I can do between now and then. But I feel sorry for the younger group coming up. I really do.
I'm going down swinging. I'm gonna tell you now. I'm going down swinging. That's why I'm doing shows like this. I'm gonna be doing specials, and I'm going down swinging, bro. I mean, like, listen, Clarence Thomas. Let's look at Clarence Thomas, the person that I said we should get rid of, and that petition is still out there in case you guys are interested. Clarence Thomas, who headed the Equal Opportunity Employment Commission before he was nominated to Federal Appeals Court and then the Supreme Court by George W. Bush, wrote 7 pages of dissent. Well, actually, 58 pages of dissent, right? Basically, he was saying that this man who has his position because of affirmative action turned on affirmative action and said, no, we don't need it no more. You know, everything is fine. We don't need it anymore because, you know, the person that pays me, which is the billionaire, the Republican billionaire, told me I have to say this. So this is what I'm doing.
it hurts so bad that you have to laugh at this. You have to just laugh at this thing, because Clarence Thomas was a person who came up behind within the affirmative action era. He wouldn't be where he was if it wasn't for affirmative action. In reportings, I hear that he didn't even learn to speak English until he was 10, because all he's talked in his home was the Geechee language out of South Carolina. That's what I understand. He was also a part of the movement of the Black Panther movement. He had his beret and everything. I saw some pictures and things like that. But what happened to this dude? What happened to this dude?
He got paid. He sold his soul.
It's the money. Follow the money. Follow
the yellow brick road. He sold his soul, and that's where he is. He is a step and fetch it that sold his soul. Yep. And which is one of the reasons
when Clarence Thomas first came into the when he was going through his turmoil being nominated or
confirmed for the justice, being the justice.
Black people got behind him. Almost 70% of Black people behind him. The other 23% said, "No, I think you did that nasty shit to that sister over there. I can't get behind that." But 78% of us said, let them go on in. Let them go on in. And he tricked you. He tricked you. He said, pull yourself up by your own damn bootstraps.
Well, if you have boots, then maybe you could. I mean, see, look, people look at affirmative action in 1961. Like I said, John F. Kennedy, he issued an executive order 10925, which included provision that government contractors take affirmative action to ensure that applicants of color were considered to be employed. Okay, so you understand something, that before this, you could go in to get a job, and they can look and say, "You're Black, thank you, no. You're Mexican, thank you, no. Oh, you're white, come on in." This is what was happening in the United States. Okay, this is what was happening in the United States of America. This is what's still happening in the United States of America. And we'll go through it sometime. I experienced it right there in Las Vegas. We'll go through it sometime. I have a story that is and I'll give names, and I'll drop companies too. The basically bottom line is that's what's happening right now in America, right? But he made this law, and Johnson actually put it in after Kennedy was assassinated, in order to make the field level, in order to start saying, hey, we keep telling them to pull themselves up by the bootstrap. Let's get these people some education. Let's allow them to get education. We're not going to give them anything. But if they have if they reach the bar, then yeah, let's let them be at the table. Let's let them pull themselves over. And a lot of people did. A lot of people, the Obamas did. They used that, and they wound up pulling themselves up. Now, Clarence Thomas said that, well, I got my AA degree using affirmative action, and they were saying that I was only there, I shouldn't deserve to be there. And here's the rub on that, okay? Yes, people will tell you, and I've been told, that you're only here because of affirmative action. However, you can't stay there because of affirmative action. If you're there, right, and you prove that you belong there, not only does that change the minds of the people that hired you, but it changes the minds of the people that are looking at this going like, well, wait a minute, maybe these guys aren't that bad. Maybe what we heard is not true. Maybe these people are intelligent. Maybe they should be at the table, right? This is what that does. Right now, it's gone.
I would like to know, the people who went to college and went on to grad school and everything else and beyond that, what percentage of the people who were under an affirmative action didn't belong there? I'm talking about grades, social involvement. You have to have all of that to get. You have to be a nice, real, rounded person going to college. Which ones of who receive affirmative action qualified to get into college did not meet at least those two qualifications? Every last one.
Yeah.
They all met the qualification. They were smart as hell. But the problem is, John, In the inner cities and in the suburbs where the white folk hang out, they got computers and everybody got a book. Everybody can get a computer on their desk. But in the inner city, there's only one goddamn book. You got to copy that motherfucker. And then only one goddamn computer in the whole damn class.
And people think that you may be joking and you're not.
Hell no.
They'll say we provide computers for the school, so they provide one for the 12th grade. And in other schools, every desk has a computer on it. This happened. Every desk has a computer on it, right? When I was running using the Dewey Decimal System, going to the library, there were people who had computers in their homes, and they were just typing it up. Oh, this is what's happening. Oh, that's what's happening.
This says we do need this type of action because the playing fields are not fucking fair. The playing field is lopsided. We got to walk up this fucking hill. And that's in the middle of that, you say, you know what, forget it. Forget it. Just fuck it. I'm going to go steal from this dude. The playing fields are not fucking fair. Make the playing field fair. And let me qualify this statement. I'm not saying it's okay to steal from no damn body. I don't care what position you're in, you don't need to steal. You don't need to steal from nobody. Make that perfectly clear.
Yes. Okay?
But the playing field's not fair out there, man. It's just
and it has not been in America, but they had a perception where, they would make it seem like we got to hire at least 3 people. So let's hire a woman, and that woman should be of some type of ethnic thing. So it could be a female, a Black female, an Asian female, Mexican female, and then we got to hire maybe a guy. Okay. And then we've covered all 3 of these bases, and I've been in boardrooms, so I've heard them say that. Okay. So I'm not talking about nothing I don't know. Right. Then they won't say it because I'm in the room, not out. They'll go like, well, have we covered all of the affirmative action qualifications? That basically do you have at least a 3? Okay. And you go, yes, we've covered affirmative action. Okay, so fine. And yeah, I'm one of them. The thing is,
you got to bring that subject has to come up. That's terrible. Have we covered all the affirmative action that we got to do? Did we get enough Black folk in here that we were forced to get in here? That's terrible. And
basically, that's the way it was. Now it's not like that anymore, because they're going to tell you, no, they're just talking about colleges. How do you think that this got to the boardrooms? If you're talking about boardrooms too, you're talking about boardrooms, and you're talking about hiring too. Yes, they'll hire you to clean their hallways. Yes, they'll hire you to do menial labor. But I tell people all the time, look up and see who's in the C-suites. See who's in the C-suite. See who's the vice president, president. See if those people are people of color, or if they're and normally in certain states in America, they're not. That does a disservice to this country, because we're not receiving the best that this country has to offer.
No. I'm gonna go back to the web designer real quick here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing. She said that she wouldn't do the web designs for the couple because she believed in the institution of marriage, one man and one woman. That's what she believes in, and that's what she can't go against that, because that's what her Christian values says she should believe. That's what she said. My question to her, John, and to you, John, is this: if you believe in the Bible, it says this, that one man and the one woman is the marriage I'm saying. What about when Jesus said, I hate a lying tongue? You lie every single day. So if I walk in her shops, I need to have a website, but I don't have, make it say that I'm lying. Do you create my website for me?
Man, no. See, these people are, again, and we will be having a show on religion. Right, by the way, I want to thank one of our listeners said that yes, they would be more than happy to be Malcolm Green. They'd be more than happy to be on the show. And when we talk about religion, however, people are using their religious beliefs as a tool, basically, to discriminate. And their beliefs, they don't even know what they believe. But they know what they're told to believe. Most of them have not studied to show themselves approved, but they use that and their supposedly beliefs, saying that this is a Christian nation, which it is not. saying that this country should be run by the Bible, which it should not. Or we talk about Iran. I use it all the time. We talk about Iran, and Iran is run by the Quran. Okay, well, if the United States is run by the Bible, what makes us different than them? We're not. It won't be. It won't be. And we're not. America. If you're telling me that the people who came here and killed the Native Americans, if you're telling me that the people who slaughtered them, basically the people who hung and lynched people of color, the people that went over to the continent to get them, to bring them back to do work for them for free, right? If you're telling me that these people are Christians, then I do not want to be I don't want nothing to do with your religion or your Christianity, because it sounds more like the devil to me. I mean, if you really want to talk about it.
Right. They're hiding behind it. They're hiding behind this thing of Christianity. I have an issue with that. And I'm gonna say it real quick. It's a four-letter word. Fuck Christianity. I'm sorry. Damn good. Simple as that. I said it. Throw me off the goddamn show. I'm fucking
no, brother, no, because see, here's the thing. Religion was created to control people. People who do not understand, do not believe that, do not know what they believe, and they do not know why they believe that. I have nothing wrong. I'm an extremely spiritual person. I pray more now than I prayed when I was a so-called Christian praise and worship leader. I pray more now, and it's more in depth than I ever prayed before. But this Christianity thing, this book that they call the Bible, which it's if you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe. Okay, I believe that people have the right to believe whatever they want. Okay, if you want to believe that this dog is your God, then believe that dog is your God. I don't have a problem with that. Okay. However, when you tell me that I have to believe that dog is my God too, I have a problem with that.
Real problem with that.
I have a problem with that. Because
I don't know how you got all these Bible thumping people running around here saying you better choose, you better follow God or you going to hell. You're gonna go to hell. you going to hell.
You know what, man? That's another whole thing too. If anybody been to hell, to come back and let me know what it's like. Yeah, no, it's a myth. It's a myth. Basically, is what it is. It's a myth, and all of this. You're gonna go to hell. You're gonna go to heaven. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. They don't. They're told this. People are brainwashed most of the time, from the time before they could talk. They're brainwashed into believing that this is what this is the fact. These are true. This is the fact. However, it's not factual. It's all based on a myth. Now, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with you believing what you want to believe, but don't tell me that I have to believe the same thing too, because then you get into the basically, you have to do what I tell you to do. You have to believe what I tell you to believe. I am not a sovereign person at that point. And I believe in complete sovereignty as a person. And if you're telling me that I can't be in office, or I can't live here, or that if I can't live this way, I have to live the way you told me to live, then I'm not a sovereign person anymore. Then I am your creation and not my own.
Yeah. The other thing I just want to just talk about also is that, Black and brown people have been discriminated centuries, for years. And while I love my Asian brothers and sisters, I really do. They're sitting on the sideline pretty damn quiet.
They used them to bring this lawsuit for affirmative action. That's who brought the lawsuit. They used the Asian people to bring the lawsuit because to strike down affirmative action. They're being quiet because they believe that they have something to gain from it. See, legitimacy, and that they have something to gain from it. But you have to remember, right? White man speak with forked tongue. Okay, go ahead and believe that, and you're gonna get the okie doke also. because they don't like you either. You're just a means to an end.
They'll care for you. They'll tolerate you. They'll tolerate you before brown and black. How's that? But they don't like you. They don't like you. Not at all.
You know, I can remember, you know, and the thing is, and one of the things that I had a conversation with an Asian brother, and he's decided to say that, well, Asians suffered as much as Black people suffered. And I was like, stop. You need to stop right now. Because yes, you guys were discriminated against, but not a race on the face of this earth have been used and suffered more than Black people have in the United States of America. Okay, none.
Yeah, and then by the way, if something happened to Asian people, you guys got paid too. By the way, you forgot about that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You got reparations.
Yeah. And if you want to flip this around, okay, let's look at this. You know how much they love you. You know, the only time the United States ever used an atom bomb, whenever they used nukes, any time they ever used nukes was on people of color. Y'all, think about that. Okay, think about that.
They love you. They love you.
Again, the show didn't go the way I wanted to because I said I wasn't gonna get mad, and as soon as I started talking about it, I got mad. And I should be. I want to be able to get the information across without being angry, but it makes me angry, and I am. The show's for real. We're a real show. We're not one of these. I was going to say the mainstream media shows. I don't want to say any of their names. The mainstream media shows that have scripts, that they have lines running in front of the person, and they have to read them specifically, particularly the way they want you to read them. I've worked at a radio station. They have scripts that you have to read exactly as they want you to. You want them to read. They want you to read them. You know, during the break, you read exactly what they say. These DJs, they may sound cool and everything like that, but guess what? They're reading the script and they're acting exactly as they want them to act in order to get people to listen to them. And it's just, you know, we're a real show. So we're going to show real emotions, and we're gonna when it calls for, if we're mad, we're gonna curse.
People glimpses down to earth. It's just that.
Yeah, simple. It's just that simple. You know, you're not gonna get one of those scripted things. You're gonna get me and Yancy. Yeah. You know, and that's what we're gonna be. What we are. You know, so people who got offended because we cursed, and you know what? Too bad. You know,
stay from that damn Yancy.
No, man, it's not that. It's I think we need that. This mainstream media, oh my God, it's so scripted, and because they're programming you, okay? So in order to program you, they have to sound calm. They have to deliver the way they want you. They have to deliver the information the way they want you to receive it. And most of it is not, it'll be a kernel of truth wrapped in a bunch of stuff that will make you react a certain way, okay? The word programming is meant programming for a reason. I've worked in the business. Programming is there for a reason. They tell you on the radio station, you can't talk about this product, you can't talk about that person, you can't, it doesn't matter if this product is, people are drinking it and it's killing them. You can't say, hey, don't drink this because you might get sick. That if they're a sponsor, you can't say that. You can't say that, which is one of the reasons why I left the gig at CBS. You can't say that. So, you know, I mean, when you're looking at these people, that's why podcasts are so great to me. That's why the internet is wonderful for me. We have never in the history of the United States ever been able, or history of the world, have information at our fingertips the way it is at our fingertips right now. There is no reason to be ignorant. And when I say ignorant, I mean lack of facts, do not understand the facts. Look at your phone, press the button and ask the question. It's going to come out to you. So the stuff that we talk about, the stuff that I talk about, I don't be smart. Just press my button and say, what about this? And it tells me, right? So then I go, oh, okay. And then I form an opinion based on the fact, but I have to research. I research to make sure that what it tells me is factual. And I have to find it in more than one place. So that way I know I'm not being dug the okey doke, right? It's called research. And I wound up loving to do research when I went to college. I was like, ooh, I like this. So I research things, but you can do the same thing, but you don't have time. Who has time to do all this stuff? I'm retired, but see, I love to do it. So while some of y'all are playing golf, which I play golf and I love that too. While some of y'all are bowling, which I used to bowl on Thursday night, so I used to love it too. But when instead of watching Nancy, yes, he's gonna laugh. Instead of watching Leave It to Beaver, or instead of watching TV all day and being programmed, what I do and what I did always was research things. I look things up. Like, ooh, did they really say that? Ooh, why did they say that? Ooh, who heard them say that? And that was just what I did.
You had to say Leave It to Beaver. You couldn't say Good Times.
Okay, Good Times. While you're watching whatever show is popular now on one of the 3 channels, or whatever the channel. Well, now we have cable and everything now, so there you can watch reruns. There are people who watch reruns on reruns. I mean, they've watched it like 20 times and they still watch it again. If you want to be entertained to laugh, yeah, great. If you're doing it because there's nothing else to do, I mean, like, good God. I mean, but see, and this is what they have people doing. They make it so attractive. You got like 100-inch TV and it's your whole wall. And instead of, you know, using it to look things up, or using it to using the information and the technology that we have, we're using the technology that we have. We are using it so that we can be entertained. I'm being handed a bulletin. Okay. They were just telling me about the Supreme Court. But, you know, I mean, it's like we're using these things to entertain us, when right now, if you believe certain things, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to cry, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to study, there's a time. Right now is a time to be informed. Right now is a time to be informed. And, you know, you can use your time wisely, because we may not have a lot of it. And again, I say this to segue into one thing. Starting in July, I'm going to be doing a 15-minute daily briefing. Basically, the things that are important, that I feel is important, is curated, that I believe will affect us as important. I'm going to give, it'll be 15 minutes, no longer, 15 minutes that you can listen to in your car, you can watch when you get home, whatever. If you want to go deeper, then you'll be able to click a link and go deeper. However, this is it's a media industry, a media company that I'm building from scratch on a retirement budget. Yes, go ahead.
If you like mind donating, would you please donate?
You know, again, I know that there's only one person that ever gave me any money, and then she's an Asian woman, and that's before I even start asking. And I'm going to start asking for money. You know now. I'm going to start asking for money. This is a service, and the service, and people have said to me that, John, people do not value what they don't pay for, right? And you know, I have like what they said, it's over 7. I have not many friends on this on Facebook, but not many people even respond to it. However, I've been talking to a bunch of other people, and I have guidance now, and we're going to be starting different groups and different focus groups and different things like that, in order to try to get people to understand what we're doing. Right? What Yancy and I are doing is a service. We're giving you information that normally you wouldn't even know about. I mean, I asked somebody today, hey, did you hear about the Supreme Court ruling? What? I went, okay. You know, so we're offering you a service.
But did you hear about who won the World Series? Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
I watched the game.
Did you hear who got drafted in the NBA draft? You know, I mean, what did Caesar do when he was taking and screwing the populace? He put on sports games. He put the Christians out there to get eaten by the lions. I mean, so what are they doing now?
I talked to the other brother. A shout out to Frank Porter. Shout out to Frank Porter, man. Shout out to him. Anyway, I was talking to him the other day, and he said, and I have this thing, I post certain stuff. And those people who know me, when I post things, I don't ever respond to things I repost. I just post them out there and see where you are, see where your thought processes are. Unless you ask me a specific question, then I'll answer my post. Okay. So I was talking to Frank Porter. Frank, I put a post up, said, Yancy, I noticed you put a post up and no one responded. He said, I said, well, Frank, why is that? He said, because, man, people are not concerned about that. They're concerned about stupid stuff. They respond to idiotic stuff. They'll respond to stuff that's going to help them grow or give them some more information or help them be more factual when they're talking about things. But you put something stupid out there, they'll respond all damn day long.
I can get, and I have proven it, I can get responses by putting something that is of no significance at all.
Yeah.
I can put it out there and then everybody starts responding. Everybody starts responding. I just do it sometimes just to see what happens.
Yeah. Somebody posted something on Facebook said, does ketchup belong in the refrigerator? I don't know who, and it was zero response for that.
You did. I laughed so hard when I saw that, man. I said, oh my God, Yancy's testing the temperature. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I mean, but guess what? They had a lot of responses. But if Yancy would have put out there, did you guys know what happened in the Supreme Court today? You get nothing. I think I said something not too long ago. I said, is anybody watching what's going on in Russia? Yeah, I think I got like one response. Like, okay, yeah, Russia had an attempted coup. If you don't understand the significance of that, you really should. Yeah, I don't, man. Anyway, it got squashed, but still it was an attempted coup. People started to march on Russia. I mean, on Moscow.
But if you would have posted something like that, the sugar grow on grits, you'd have got a whole lot of those responses.
Oh my God, do we put sugar on grits? How many of y'all put ketchup on a hot dog? You know, oh man, everybody and their daddy gonna respond. That's, you know, and listen, you guys can get mad, but that's how they dumbed us down, people. We don't have significant conversations anymore. You know, it's very hard to find people have a significant conversation that they have to use their actual brain. That's why I used to love college. Whether I agreed or disagreed with them, whether it was crazy or not, at least we had significant conversations. At least we would sit around in the quiet, or we would be in a coffee room and someone would bring up a conversation. We didn't have to agree. We argued a lot, but at least it was a significant conversation. It wasn't how many spoons of sugar do you use in your coffee?
Yeah. And I don't think either one of us is saying that you have to sit around with this drawn look on your face, you know.
No.
And just read. It's okay to have fun. It's okay to post stupid stuff up. And it's good for that because you got to be a well-rounded person. But when it's time to have a conversation in the White House, you need to be prepared for that. When it's time to have a conversation out in the outhouse, you need to be prepared for that as well. In other words, you got to prepare yourself on both sides of this equation. You need to be prepared.
You got to be prepared in season and out of season.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like Yancy said, I like to have fun. I like to have people that know me. They know I'm a practical joker. I'll pull a joke on you in a heartbeat, right? People that really know me, which are like maybe 3, but anyway, they know that that's how I am. You know, I'll laugh, I'll joke, I'll talk about stuff. But when it's time to get serious, I'm there. I'm on. I'm full press. This is what I do. And this is what I've always done, is what I love to do, even though when I was playing music and stuff like that, because I would be doing this, I would be hiding and doing it. Actually, I would do it at night when everybody was in bed. I'd be listening to talk shows in my headphones, believe it or not. I would be playing music and playing around the high school all day, but at night, I would be listening to Coast to Coast. I'd be listening to different other talk shows because that's what I enjoy. I enjoy learning. I enjoy, I enjoy research, and I enjoy different things. So I have fun. I believe in having fun. You know, I love basketball. I love basketball. I watch basketball. I love it. To be honest with you, I only watch the finals because there's too many damn games and I ain't got time to be watching all of it, even though I'm retired, right? I still, I'll watch or I'll listen, but there's time to have fun. It's time now. And this is another thing I want to get to. It's time now for action. It is time now for, I'm not telling people to go out in the street and kill people and burn nothing down. That is counterproductive. It is time to take control of political action. It is time to become political. Politics is the rule that runs the system in which we live. If you do not understand politics, if you are not involved in politics, then you can't complain because you are not part of the game. You're not in the game. You're just not in the game.
Absolutely. As you guys can see, I put on my info blip glasses. Info blip issue.
I had to look that way. My screen is there. I got a camera now. Woohoo! Anyway, so I'm looking into the camera, which is really difficult. I got 2 monitors, but listen, man, it's fun. It's great to have fun, but then it's time right now. But I really believe that we're in a unique part of history, and it's seriously time for us to get down and understand what's happening. again, we're providing a service where you guys don't, you don't have to do, you don't have to watch all the time, look at the news and all this kind of stuff, because I don't like listening to news anyway all the time either. But I like researching. So all you got to do is you can listen to us, and we're going to give you well-rounded stuff. Now, this show is very biased, and most of the stuff that I'm going to talk about is going to be biased. I mean, people tell you this is a non-biased show, they're a lie. Every show you listen to is biased. They have it written into their scripting, right? I am going to only tell you facts, though. I'm not going to lie to you like Donald Trump. I'm not going to lie to you like Fox News. I'm not going to lie to you like Newsmax. I'm not going to lie to you like the Epoch Times. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say stuff to you that in order for you to do what I want you to do. It's not that I can get you to react a certain way. They have focus groups. Like if you say this, they're going to do this. Okay, so let's say this and let's say this 100 times a week. 100 times in a minute. And that's going to get at least 5 people to react. There are focus groups that do that. We're not doing that. We're just telling you what's happening, and that's that.
Yeah. What do you think Donald Trump is doing? Donald Trump is using the word which he said, which lie, which craft?
I don't even witchcraft or what is he saying now?
What is he saying? It's a lie. I didn't do that. They're coming for you next. This is all that about that focus stuff. If you say it enough times, it's gonna dig into somebody's psyche. They're gonna believe it. Wow.
The old saying is, if you tell a lie enough times, and if you say it loud enough, and you continue saying it, it becomes the truth. Okay, believe it or not. And that is something that Donald Trump is using. That is something that the fascists are using. And if you don't think they're fascists, look back in history. Who burned books? Who banned books first? What entity decided to ban books and stuff? It was the Nazis. Okay, so if the Nazis were banning books, and if the Nazis learned their craft from the eugenics corporation or eugenics community here in the United States, these people are now doing it here in this country.
Eugenics, look it up, people. Look it up.
Yeah. Look up eugenics. Yeah, that's your homework for today. Look up eugenics. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is what they taught. This is what was taught to Hitler by people in the United States. Hitler then went to Europe and start killing Jews. Okay, right, and start burning books. We're not too far from when they start there. Well, we are really killing Black people in America. I mean, they're just, they got uniforms on. Well, they had uniforms on too. They were called the brown shirts. They're doing the same thing that's happening here in the United States. I mean, when you look at, they were called called
the police today, though.
Yeah, the police departments. Policing was invented in the United States as the slave patrol, in order to keep the slaves in line. So a slave would run away, they hired these people called the police. They were the slave patrol to go and find them and bring them back to their owner. That's how policing in the United States started. Look it up.
Public beating. Then they get a public beating.
Yeah, you get it, which is called your trial now. And then they put them back on the plantation, which is called jail, because what is it? Slavery is not illegal. Slavery they can't have slavery unless you get convicted of a crime. If you get convicted of a crime, then there's slavery, and there's slavery going on in the United States in jails all over the place. We're also going to have a show on prison reform by people who've been in the prison, people who actually, by guards and people who've actually been subject to this system that we call our legal system, which is the best that money can buy.
Yeah. Got 2 people coming on sometime. I think next week they're going to talk about their new business. It's Robin and Angela Morrow.
Angela.
Called Green Energy Solutions, and they're coming on. They're going to talk about their business, what they're doing.
Yeah, it's great. That's why we need things like that. And again, if they are. It's another whole story. If there are Black businesses, please use them. Well, if they're a good business, if they offer a good product, and if they offer good service, and if it's at a fair price, please look at them and use them. I mean, those are my 3. You have to have that in order for me to even look at you as a Black business. But Black people normally do not support Black businesses. which has to stop.
Why is that, John?
Because they've been brainwashed and programmed into thinking that it's not going to be any good. See, oh my God, here's another whole thing. Jewish people, okay? I'm not talking bad about you. Here's about Jewish people. If you are a Jew and I am a Jew and you sell a widget, whatever, a widget is something, whatever it is, a bagel, okay? You sell a bagel, right? And I buy your bagel and that bagel is the nastiest bagel I ever ate in my life, right? I'm not going to go on Facebook and going like, I bought a bagel from John and that shit is so nasty. I'm going to, what me as a Jew would do is go back to you and go, look, man, I bought this and it's horrible. You need to fix this, right? I'm going to then come back to you again and buy the bagel, okay? Usually they fix it and then you go, okay, great. Basically, Jewish people, Asian people, right? They buy from each other. They use each other's businesses. They use each other's services. If it's not good, they tell you it's not good and they want you to fix it. And as a business owner, you should want to fix it. And then you fix it because that money stays in the community, right? We don't do that. Black people don't do that. We'll buy something. They don't wonder, I know I'm jumping around, but you're looking at people like hair. Why are there so many Korean shops in the Black neighborhood selling Black hair? Because if there was a Black shop in the community selling hair, y'all wouldn't buy from them. Maybe it's 2 cents more. That's another thing too. If you were a different race, and if they say, for instance, yours was higher, somebody else's was higher, let me speak like this. You sold a widget. Somebody else sells a widget. Their widget is lower. Their widget is better. They're going to buy the widget from you because you are Jewish. And they're going to say, you know what? So-and-so sells theirs less than you. Okay. But you're still going to spend the money in your community. You're not going to spend the money in the other community because there's a vested interest in your community.
Let me give you guys a hint. You only buy from people you like.
Yeah, basically.
So you're not using Black businesses because what? You don't like Black. You only buy people you like.
Oh my God! Now we're going to get into the psychological programming of self-hate.
You only buy from people you like. You don't buy from people you don't like.
The psychological programming of self-hate that has been taught to us since we were children. That's why people are straightening their hair and shit like that. Man, it's a psychological, Lord, we didn't went so deep, man. There's so many things we could talk about. It's the psychology of self-hate that's been taught to us since we were children, since we were kids. Ooh, you have good hair. What is good hair? What does good hair mean?
Yeah, some pretty nice light skin. That's nice skin.
Ooh, I like that. Look, light skin. What? But they must be better because their hair is straight and they're lighter. I'm part Creole. You go down to New Orleans, you see Creoles, and Creoles are light-skinned and straight. Ooh, they must be better than those African people. Well, you know what you don't understand is that the Africans, we have colors from chalk to charcoal, okay? From certain type of hair, all different types of hair, okay, without chemically processing them. There is just so much that has happened in this country that has been not talked about, that has been programmed and not talked about, that we need to actually understand where these things come from and start. We need a new system. We need a new system. The system's broken, and start actually being a community of people and starting to use the services and that the community provides. I am just, oh man, you brought out so much. Listen, Roberta Stiger, The Middle Eight. You guys got to get that book. She has a novel called The Middle Eight, and my wife started reading it. I read 4 chapters and I left it on the table. My wife read 2 chapters and left it on the table. My daughter read 2 chapters. Then my daughter said, when she came home, she goes, "Oh, is this my book?" And I was getting ready to say, "No, it's mine." My wife goes, "No, that's mine." I'm like, huh, what? So now I got to buy 2 more books. But you know what? You read the sister's book is good. Roberta Stiger. And y'all don't remember, but she used to sing with Crystal Blue, and she's from Pomona, the islands. She's not from Centown, she's from the islands. But yeah, the book is really good, you guys. And this is her third or fourth novel, yeah, she writes good stuff. I have all her novels. She writes good stuff, you guys. Look it up. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's at Borders. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And I am not being paid for this commercial. I haven't asked her to be paid for the commercial, but it's just a good book. And I will give anybody airtime and talk about anybody's stuff. If you have a good product, yeah. And Ed Lopez, thanks, man, for the tips. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you listening to the show and giving me some tips. Ed calls me up all the time and gives me criticism, which is really great, constructive criticism, and he teaches me how to do things and how to make things happen. And so with as far as the camera is concerned, and as far as different things that we're doing, and so I appreciate that too.
So, but I'll let you guys know that the subscriptions are on their way. We're going to have a couple different. We're going to have $1 subscription once a month and a $5 subscription. What does that get you? You become a VIP person. You'll know things before we know them.
He's right. We will. You will know. You're gonna. I put it to you like this: when you're in company with people, you'll be able to speak about things with authority because you'll know that you have the information. Okay. The reason why people don't talk about politics is because they don't know about politics. The reason people don't talk about bills and different things that's happening in the United States or in the world is because they don't know about it. So they'd rather just talk about basketball, that's something that they know, or football or hockey or stuff that they know. And I don't blame them, but the United States is this is some serious things coming up. And you're going to have to know and have good information, quality, verifiable, factual information.
I just brought up a very interesting fact. And I was listening to what news outlet, I don't know, I forgot who it was. But anyway, they said that in 2024, the election 2024, when they put the president in 2025, that you're going to see more bogus lies and information because of AI than any time in history.
Yeah.
But the stuff you're going to see is all AI, and a lot of it's going to be incorrect. They showed a picture the other day with Trump hugging and kissing Fauci. And you would say, it showed the picture. I said, what's going on? Those two don't have no love for each other. But they showed a picture that was created by AI, him hugging and kissing Fauci. Watch out. Don't be fooled, you guys. Watch out. Get your information from a reliable source. Infoblips. Not from me. Get it from John.
You too. You just gave up, but he is correct. And yes, some people don't even know what AI and Chat GPT is. Some people don't even understand. You don't know. But like Yancy said, and there's voiceovers. If you don't believe it, I use voiceovers in the ads that I run. Right, those are AI voices. Right, they're not AI voices of people. Like, say for instance, right now, I could take a sample of Maya and Yancy's voice, and I could make it say whatever I wanted to say. Okay, and you would not know. You would not know that it's not true. Okay, you go like, what? John said he loved Trump? Well, you would know that'd be a lie.
I heard him say it on the show. He said it. I heard him. And you believe it.
You believe it. You have to have it. It's very important to know where you get your information from. And and it's really funny, man. Leland knows. I just thought about this 4 years ago when I came up with VFI, verifiable factual information. And Leland said, if you could make that a product, and I thought about how you gonna make information a product. And I've been thinking about the world did it for me. The United States did it for me, right? If you don't know where the information comes from that has been verified, then people can sell you anything. They'll tell you anything. They'll tell you that Donald Trump is a saint, and that he came down from heaven to help us. And you'd be like, oh my God, they'd have the Pope saying that, yes, Donald Trump is a saint. Oh my God. But unless you verify that, though, can I find that somewhere else? No, this is the only place that they said that. Wait a minute, hold up. This place didn't say it, this place didn't say it, that place didn't say it. Then guess what? It's probably not true.
Donald Trump is your savior. What? He's him? Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah.
That means we all be going to hell. And you go to hell, and you go to hell, and you go to hell.
Yeah.
You know, unless you kiss the royal scepter, you go to hell.
That's right.
No. Anyway, guys, look, I mean, we can go, oh my God. We were supposed to make our shows like, you know, half, it's just impossible almost, because we leave too much on the table, especially on a day like today. Especially on a day like today. Listen to this in segments, okay? If you have to, especially on a day like today. Bottom line is, stay in touch. Listen to Info Blips again next week. We'll continue to tell you what's happening in the United States. As far as right now, affirmative action is gone. And if you want to discriminate against a person because of their ethnicity or because of their gender or their race or whatever, you're able to do so if you're a business. You can say that you do not want to serve them because it violates your First Amendment right, being able not to have to serve this person because you don't like gay people, you don't like Black people, you don't like gay people being married, you don't like Black, you know what? You don't like Black people marrying white people, so you don't have to serve them.
You know, and that's the dumbest thing. That's the dumbest thing around. Why not take their money just as fast as anybody else's money?
One of the first thing in business is, man, you're in business to make money. I don't care who you are. You're in business to make money.
The crazy stuff like that. It's just crazy to me. You paying me? Right now,
yeah.
And give it back to me. I'm going to just what you want on that. Hey, that's craziness.
It is, man. It is, but this is where we are in the United States of America. You know, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. With liberty and justice for y'all. Man, anyway, guys, listen. This has been the weekly wrap up with John and Yancy. Guys, we like 13 minutes over. Yancy and I could talk forever, man, and you know, it would be good. I like talking to him because he gets me started. But listen, tune in again next week. And we went kind of long and we rambled and we got angry, but you know what? This is what we do. And this is who we are. And most people like us. Anyway, we talked to you.
I already know they don't like us. I don't care.
We talk to you guys next week. Take care of each other and really, seriously, take care of each other and pay attention. Pay close attention to where you are. Pay close attention.
Guys. Stay woke.
Yes, stay very woke. All right, take care, guys. Peace.